All right, social media marketers, in this video I'm going to show you how I helped a fitness coach using Instagram make and close $9,000 in 24 hours. I'll be showing you under the hood the exact strategy my agency implemented to, number one, get him a ton of leads, number two, drive thousands of new followers to his page every single month, and three, actually help him close those deals, because followers without a proven process of converting those into paying clients, it's pointless. Quite fitting. I've got my little fitness top on here because I've got a workout lined up after this. So let's dive in. I'm going to show you how this fitness coach made 9K in about 24 hours with our help. So let's break it down. Julian, my client, the fitness coach, got 200 leads in 24 hours using this call to action post. This resulted in about 1,000 to 2,000 new followers each month for his page. Now, that's not just based on this post, but that's the entire strategy that we implemented for his social media. You can see here, this is where we did one of these call to action posts where we got 1,000 in one day. And so here's the breakdown of the numbers. Here's an update Julian sent to me when he had 300 new leads. Later that day, one client so far, that's 3K. Julian sells a high ticket program, about $1,000 per month for 3 months. So that's 3K closed. Asked him if he had a bunch of calls, just added another client, 6.5K. One more client, 9.4K. You guys got a client for life here. So here's how this actually worked and why it worked. So here's the context. Julian runs high ticket fitness coaching. So again, he charges minimum 500, on the higher end, 1,000 per month per client. Now this was back when he was charging for a 3-month program. So about $3,000 for the full 3 months. Sometimes people would pay up front. He'd give them a slight discount. Other times they would pay per month for the full 3 months. This is one of the key reasons why these results were so dramatic. Because he had a higher price point, it just meant that a higher influx of leads with his ability to close those leads led to a massive revenue impact. This specific promotion we did with Julian did end up going even better. The first 24 hours pulled him in about 9K. And in the next kind of week or so, he added another 9K. He hit a total of 18K just from that 1 week of that piece. Now again, why this is so important is because if we were to compare this to lower ticket, right? Let's say he was selling, a fitness app for $30 a month. Well, with our 200 leads that came in, let's assume that, I don't know, maybe 10% of them might have bought. That's 20 people buying a $30 a month subscription, which is $600. Not so impressive. Still good if you could do that every few days, right? But this is where high ticket makes so much sense. Obviously, the challenge with high ticket is that fewer leads are going to convert. So out of 200 plus leads, we only needed to sell a handful of people. But that also means that there's a lot of people who just would have been turned off because of the commitment they would have needed to work with us, or in this case, work with Julian. Here's how we did it. So strategy one was essentially creating a unique angle. We found at that time a pretty untapped opportunity. Julian was a vegan fitness coach, and you'll see this unique angle in this post. It says, I'm looking for 5 serious, busy vegans who want to shred fat, build muscle, and look better naked. And then the call to action is send me a DM with the words, I want to be a vegan boss. So this is pretty unique. The call to action is unique and you don't see that very often. The line look better naked is also quite unique. This was a few years ago when there wasn't as many vegan coaches. So at this point, Julian was like perfectly positioned. He was jacked. He was a fitness coach. He was vegan. He also ran a successful business, so he could relate to the busy vegan that wanted to look good naked. So we made this niche specific. Okay, this was crafted perfectly for his target audience. We didn't just go with a generic fitness coaching angle of like, hey, I'm looking to help 3 people get in shape this summer. That's generic and it's not going to work as well. This called out a very specific type of person. This post that I'm looking for this number of people is proven. We've seen it work before, but it was underutilized. Again, based on the fact that people were doing it in a very generic way. So by making it unique and knowing it's already proven, we were able to capitalize on this. Now, the foundation is of critical importance, right? Julian had a good offer, okay, 3K for fitness coaching. It's quite expensive. Not a lot of people are going to be able to afford it, but he has a good offer, okay? He's got great results, testimonials to back that up. We hit the right audience, okay? Notice how we didn't say we're looking for, 15 to 25-year-olds because they're probably not going to spend $3,000 on fitness coaching, right? We were looking for the busy vegan. The busy vegan, if somebody is busy, is most likely going to be 30, 40, right? That's just what we've found from our research. That person probably works in a decent job or has some savings at that point. And finally, a specific pain point solution, right? Again, it wasn't just generic, like get in shape. It was look better naked. Step 2, once we had this unique angle and we knew, okay, we're onto something here, we just got to go and test it now. We used the network of Instagram pages that we owned at this time. So at this time, we had about 500,000 followers on Instagram on fitness and vegan and nutrition related pages. So these are called theme pages, like anonymous pages. So we decided, let's share one of Julian's pieces of content on this page. So we decided we would share a piece of his content onto those pages. So we made sure that the piece of content did have viral potential, and that's why we wanted people to message him or comment those words, because then that triggered a lot of people to comment, which then boosts the video up because more people are commenting. And essentially all of this worked because we had an audience, we had the foundation set, and then we could do what we call traffic handoff. Because we've got traffic on those pages, right? People seeing the content we post every single day, getting value, enjoying it. And then when they see this perfectly crafted call to action for someone like them, we do a traffic handoff. We essentially utilize traffic we have and send it to somebody else, in this case, Julian. And this is what we're going to cover next. Like, Julian had a well-oiled machine. He knew exactly how to talk to these people to get them interested. So that's step 3, the sales process execution. So immediately, Julian got hundreds of DMs within 24 hours. So what he did was lead qualification. So he sorted the good quality from the bad quality prospects in the DMs, chatting back and forth with them to see if they're actually really committed. He obviously had his high ticket advantage, right? He didn't need to sell all of them. He just needed to get a few people that were very interested, book them into a call, and then close them from there. So all in all, he booked in around 20 to 50 calls from this. So if we do the maths with an average close rate of about 30%, he would have went on to close a lot more clients from this. Maybe not right away in that first 24 hours or in the first week, but over the next few months, some of those would have converted as well. And so this here is key. And I knew this would work well because Julian is what we call an operator, right? He had people within his business that were focused on this, okay? Focused on converting people from messaging him to booking calls to closing them as clients. And he's really good at that. And if he was not good at that, even with our strategy, that would have worked well and gotten him leads. Or if he just had a bad offer, right? Not a high ticket offer that could really help people, this wouldn't have worked very well. And I wouldn't have this impressive case study. You can see there's a few things that need to happen. You got to help build out that offer. You got to make sure that they have the foundation and the team to facilitate this. And then you have to have the content and the strategies to be able to do this. Now, a question you're probably asking is like, okay, Adam, great. You had these pages that you could share the content on. How can I do something similar? Well, a lot of these pages out there, there's many pages out there in any industry, are run by oftentimes like 16, 17, 18-year-olds, people that are running those pages. And if they can make $1,000 or $2,000 a month, they're delighted. So it's actually a really good opportunity. And I know this because one of my good friends actually runs a network of a ton of pages and he teaches people how to build these pages. You can set up really good deals with these people where your clients could be paying you an extra monthly fee for you to reshare their content on those pages. That was a strategy we used in my agency that worked really well. We would do call to action posts like this, but we'd also just share any content that they had. We'd do maybe a couple posts per week onto those pages. So we're getting this kind of constant stream of new followers coming to the page, and then we can do a big call to action once a month. So there you go. That's just one strategy you can use yourself to get really good results for your clients on Instagram. You could use this on other platforms as well. Hope this helped. If you want any information about working one-on-one with me, where I can mentor you through all of these for your own business, for your own clients, or to help you start your own social media business, just check the description of this video.